1,500? Ooh, 1,500 gone just in that very first airing. If you missed out, Tamara will be here at the top of the next hour to give you another look. It's incredible. The best, most powerful, and lightest weight deep cleaning, carpet cleaning unit we've done, and you'll see more later. But you can get it now, and don't miss out on the blue. But now, I promise we'd light up your life. Literally, like in a really good way. The invention of LED light bulb is so brilliant. I love LED light. What I hated about the original LED light was literally the color. I love good old, not fluorescent, I love good old, what's the old?
Incandescent.
Incandescent lights, the kind we grew up in. Like when you see the Courier Knives pictures and it's the warm glow in the window that's yellow and it's so beautiful. Then the original LEDs came out and I literally couldn't look at them. Oh my gosh, I hated them. And then we launched the warm version of the LED. Why do we all love LED? One, they last almost forever. Not ever, but a long, long time, like literally a couple decades. Number two, they're a lot more energy efficient. Number three, they do not heat up like old light bulbs used to. The best part is now you've got options. So if you love that warmy glow that I love, and that's what my eyes like the most, we've got that option, or we have the original option, which still isn't that horrible, harsh blue stuff that we were familiar with when the technology first came out. All right, it's a set of 8, which is incredible. We have a price break tonight, and we have 4 flex pays on this too, and Joe Harrison will do a much better job of explaining this than I did. But isn't that true? Like every time we think of warm home, my living space, we think of those paintings where the light in the windows is this beautiful soft yellow.
I'm with you.
And LEDs didn't have that to start with.
You're exactly right, and still a lot of LEDs don't have that light. Yeah. You know, a lot of us have incandescent lights, and that's exactly what Suzanne's talking about. This is technology that's been around for about 100 years, but unfortunately the government has said we have to stop manufacturing these. You can't go to the store. It's going to be really quickly that you can't go to the store anymore and buy these. So they say you have to buy something different, something more energy efficient. Well, then they came out these little curly Q guys. Now these came out, but the problem with these, it takes about 3 minutes for them to reach maximum light. And then in comparison,
and the light's ugly.
Exactly, and the lights, you don't want to have that in the exposed light. So then they came out with LEDs. But the problem with LEDs are now they look like science projects. So all these LEDs, they have these domes on them, they have these vents. I don't know what that is. So then lighting science came around and said, let's build a light bulb that looks just like a light bulb. And that's what they've done. And this light bulb, the difference is, this one uses 40 watts of power, this one uses 7 watts of power. An LED light bulb will use 83% less power. Now, not only is that less power, that's also less energy cost for you. So that means you can have lower energy bills. And the other thing is, this incandescent bulb, that lasts 1,000 hours. This one lasts 25,000 hours. So I'll say it again, 1,000 hours for this one, you're replacing it once a year. This one you're replacing every 22.8 years. So if you have a brand new baby, it's not gonna be until that baby graduates college until you have to replace your bulbs again.
How crazy
so yes, it is a phenomenal price, and it comes down to just around $4 a bulb. But now you install that into your light. You're not going up and down that ladder again. You're not have to replace it all the time. You're replacing it in 22 years.
You don't have to be still mad at your husband because he hasn't gotten up to that one light, and it makes you mad because it's been burnt out for about 5 or 6 years, and no one will climb up there to get it. You can stop worrying about that. Do it once, and you're done for a while. Okay, explain the 2 color options that we have.
Sure. Well, I've got my 2 color options over on the left side. So the thing about it is we have 2 different variables for you. We have one that looks just like an incandescent light, and then I have 2 books that are over on the edge, and we can show you the difference between the 2, because sometimes people like the light for a reading light. So when I got my 2 that are over here, this is the soft white that we have, and then this is the cool white. So you can see the difference in my hands, and also if you want the soft white light like Suzanne's been talking about, the stuff that's normally you see in incandescent, that's the light right there. If you're reading a book, if you want to have some doing some needlepoint and some craft work, a lot of people get the cool light for that option for you. It just makes everything a little bit more sharp when you have the 2 comparison differences there. But they're both the same price, and they're both brought to you by Lighting Science. And Lighting Science is a company that's been around for over 25 years. They have over 50 patents just on LED technology, and even NASA uses their LED lights in the space shuttle. Oh, I'm sorry, in the space station.
Wow.
So they are a company that's been around around for a long time. So whichever version
and it's hard to change a
put,
light in the space station.
yeah, you don't want to do it at all. Now, when I show you the two that are right here, these two lamps that look like identical lamps, could you tell which one is the incandescent bulb that only lasts 1,000 hours and which is the one that lasts 22.8 years?
I could tell. I'll tell you why.
Why do you?
Put my hands over it, I can feel the heat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one is this is cool. So when I reveal them, this is your LED light. This is your incandescent light. Looks identical. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So when you start replacing these within your home, it's gonna fit perfectly with your decor.
Can I tell you an interesting story? Mike, who's my director tonight, he just got in my ear and he said he replaced every single light bulb in his house to LED, replaced them all. He said he's saving $40 a month.
Absolutely.
Now multiply that per year and then go 22 years, and that is literally thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I love? My dad, when we were growing up, he would always like, turn the light off, turn the light off, turn the light off, because he always wanted to save money. Now, I leave the lights on. I have to be honest with you, like, I love having this one kitchen light on, because it makes our kitchen homey looking, you know? Or if you want the lights in your front, you know, near your front of your house on, inside, so it looks like somebody's home, you don't have to have that guilt anymore. I used to feel so guilty. I'd always flick the lights off around my house. Now, I mean, I'm not ridiculous. When I'm out of the room, I turn them off. But when I leave that kitchen light on 24/7, I don't really care anymore, because I know, number one, it's not eating up much energy, it's not heating up my house, and I don't have to worry about it. The life of it is incredible.
You're exactly right. When you turn on a traditional incandescent bulb, more of the light goes on as wasted energy. So I've got two lights that are here. I'm gonna shoot the incandescent bulb that I've got behind me in this box, and as soon as I take the temperature there and I pull it back out, you can see the temperature 232 degrees. Because an incandescent bulb, most of the energy goes out as heat, not as actual light. Now let me shoot the LED light, the exact same light that we have that we were just showing you. That same light is only 95 degrees. It's very cool to the touch. You're seeing a huge difference there. Now, Suze, on average, most American homes have over 40 different light bulbs in their house. If you have all your lights that are on and they all are putting out 230 degrees worth of temperature, that's now going to increase your energy costs, because now you have to raise the air conditioning. You're always constantly fighting. It's so hot. Like, do you ever cook in the kitchen and then you turn your lights on and then after half an hour you're sweating? It's not because of the oven, it's because you have all those lights. It's just a heat box that you're heating up. With this, it's not only going to save you a ton of energy, it's also very cool to the touch. And the thing about these incandescent bulbs, this one right now, this is your traditional bulb. We've loved it for decades, but this uses 40 watts of power. This one only uses 7 watts of power. That's 80% less energy.
Okay, here's something that confuses people. They think if it's a 40 watt, I've got to have a 40 watt bulb, but what if I have a 60 watt lamp?
You can put it in any lamp that can handle up to a 7 watt light bulb, which you're talking every lamp that's out there.
Right, okay, so remember, it doesn't matter. Even though it says equivalent to 40 watts, if you stick it in a 60 watt bulb, it's okay, because a lot of people don't realize that it doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter. If you have one that says it can only handle 35 watts, you can still put it in there. As long as you don't go below the 7 watt, and I've never seen a lamp that does it, you've got it. The other thing too is when you're changing those lamps, do you ever drop those traditional bulbs and then you hear the jiggle, the shake because it's broken? This is made out of solid plastic, so you can bang it. It's not going to drop. You drop it from the ladder, it's not going to hurt it. There's nothing in there that's going to shake, that's going to break over time. So even when you store these in a safe place, or some people put these in the garage, and even when you open up the garage door, the vibration will shake that incandescent bulb. It only lasts a couple months. You put this in there, that's the last light you're going to change in the garage.
Okay, another question.
Sure.
I love to dim my lights.
Yes.
I like that I've got dimmers all over my house. I really love beautiful lighting.
Right.
You can dim with these, and a lot of LEDs, you can't dim with them. That's super important.
Right, because this is lighting.
I'm sorry, you'll pay premium to get the ones that do dim.
Right, because this is lighting science, because they know that this is the HSN offer, they wanted to give you all these advanced features, so here I am dimming the light. It is so rare that we can do that with an LED light bulb. Normally it's either on or it's off, and that's it. Here I can just, if you have a three-way switch on there, if you have a dimmer switch, you can easily make that adjustment for you, and it's so easy to do. Just replace every light that you have.
Okay, think about all the lights on your ceiling right now. Even if you have one that, you know, has kind of the bowl over it and you've got to unscrew it and get on a ladder, is there a light bulb that's out? Like there might be 3 lights and one of them's out and it's driving you crazy. Or if you have the recessed lights and you're like, oh my gosh, we haven't changed that dumb reset light in 5 years because no one wants to get on the ladder because we know we got to do it all the time. Just forget about it. Now imagine never having to worry about that again. See, that's lovely. To me, just by switching to these, it really does take a lot of, you know, those things kind of annoy you. You know, you're like, why doesn't my husband fix that light bulb? It's driving me nuts. I'm sure you got that before,
I get
right?
that all the time.
And you do. It's like, oh, come on, just get up there and fix the light bulb. He keeps blowing it off or you blow it off or whatever. Once you put these in, it really does make you very happy because you don't have the worry about them. You can leave a light on and you really aren't that concerned because it just barely sips electricity.
Exactly right.
And my one in the kitchen, I like for security purposes too. I never turn it off.
I'm with you.
I just leave it on all the time because why not?
Yeah, it makes a big, you're exactly right. You're barely using any energy whatsoever.
I'm not wasting energy.
This is like this one light bulb that I have right here, this incandescent light bulb, it uses 40 watts of power. This one only uses 7 watts of power. This one light bulb uses the same amount of light as 5 of these light bulbs. So that's how much energy is wasted. And when you talk about savings, if you have, if your average house bill for just your lights are $500 a year, because this uses 80% less energy, that $500 a year bill just went down to $100. It is going to save you a tremendous amount of money. But we all love our lights, and you know what happens when the light bulb bursts or breaks. You go to the home goods store and you try to find a new light bulb. But the problem is there's so many light bulbs to choose from. It's no longer you have one size, you have another size. It's like 50 bulbs to choose from.
You know, it is the most confusing thing. And this guy was sitting there, and I'm like, look, I have to have the soft light. It's got to look like the old-fashioned lights. And he was trying to help me. And I was, oh my gosh, he got frustrated. I was like, well, I don't understand. Why does it say that? And why they put these little graphs up that are no relevance to the packaging whatsoever. And then another guy comes up to him at the same time and starts asking the same questions. And we both stood there. And you know, I walked out of the store. There were so many choices. I could not figure it out. And again, I'm very sensitive to the color temperature of lights. It's something weird about me. I don't know what it is. I've come to find out other people have the same issue. But I must have the more yellow, softer tone. Many people love the brighter tone. That's fine. In fact, that usually sells out first here at HSN. For me personally, I love the look of it, and also my eyes are more comfortable under the soft tone. When I get mine here, I don't have to worry about it. I know exactly what the color is.
Right, because when you see the box at the store, you're like, well, I hope this is what I need. Because these 3 lights that I have right here, I recently bought these within the last month at a home goods store, hardware store. Would you be able to tell just by looking at them which color is which temperature?
No
Like,
idea.
what's this yellow? You think that would be yellow on the top, but that's actually the brightest bulb that's out there. You've seen these, but these things only last about 3 years. We love the light of the incandescent, but all you have to do is now switch it out with your lighting science. It's going to have the exact same light. So when you see the 2 lamps that are right in front of us, you're not going to be able to tell which one's incandescent, which one is LED, because lighting science has it perfect. There's no more guessing game. We're truly showing you that right now, this is the LED, this is the incandescent. You can't even see the difference. That's how perfect of a replacement it's going to be.
And you're getting a set of 8. We have 4 flex pays for today, which is great. It's a temporary price break. These have been very successful. So it's easy. You order them. You know, I would stock up with flex pay, by the way. And test them out. If you don't love them, send them back. But it really is a dramatic change and difference. And you save money too, which is always good.